Hello, and welcome to Action Over Anger. I'm Jenny Hodges, and I'm so glad that you're joining me today. Previously, we talked about engaging with your local community and learning about who the elected public servants are, when is their office term to expire, who are their constituents, and are you one of them, how to reach them, when public meetings are held, how to testify in those public meetings, and so on and so forth. These are important elements to engaging in the process of self-government and ensuring that mob rule doesn't transpire, where you have in law and in the moral application of justice the security of the life, liberty, and property of the individual. And in order for this to happen, you have to engage in the process. My friend Michael Peruka, who ran for president once upon a time, I spoke with him several years ago just to catch up. And he said, well, first I ran for president, and then I decided to run for an office more achievable. So I ran for city council. And now he serves on his city council, and he's very happy and very engaged and really having an impact on the security of the liberty of his neighbors in his community. And he finds it incredibly satisfying. So local is extremely important. Now, for me, my community has a city council that is made up of a mayor and then 6 other council members. There are different wards in our community, and each ward has a council member specific to it. And then there are 2 general council members. Their meetings are on second and fourth Tuesday of every month. And these are public accessible meetings. And you can choose to testify in these meetings if you so desire, and the agenda is posted the day before the meeting. You can even get on your email list to find out what's going to be under discussion. And when you go to your city council webpage, you should find each member and their contact information. For me, they have a voicemail telephone number, and then they have an email address. You can contact one council member, and then there's also an email address to contact every council member. And city council is a lot that's bad and good can happen on the city council level, and it's important to engage in this capacity. Now, when you are engaging in your community, you always want to be mindful of when election cycles will be occurring and what the prerequisites are for you to run for office. There is a really helpful website that I have found, and it's called runforoffice.org. You can actually go on there. They have thousands of different offices for different states, at different national, county, state level, and they have very helpful links. They don't tell you the prerequisites for the different offices, but they do offer you links that will get you to that information. I currently live in the state of Minnesota, and in the state of Minnesota, for instance, if you want to run for sheriff, you would go to the county auditor's office website to find the list of prerequisites. And one of the things that's required if you wish to run for sheriff in the state of Minnesota, you have to be a certified peace officer. And there is a training program that you have to go through in order to become a certified peace officer. Some states you don't have to have ever served as a law enforcement agent or other capacity that you might think you would have to serve in before you're even able to run for those offices. So it's important to see exactly what the prerequisites are. In the state of Texas, which we lived in the state of Texas before Minnesota, there's actually this document that you can get online. And one thing that I find super interesting is that in the justice courts, there is no qualification necessary. So in other words, you don't have to be an attorney or a member of the Bar Association. And in the municipal courts, the qualifications are determined by the governing body of that city for which you're applying. And this is a real safeguard in a community where someone from the community is in these lower level courts and able to protect encroachments on liberty. And these positions are very accessible to the common person. I think in most states you have to be at least 18 years old. You might have to have a high school diploma. I know for running for these lower judge seats in the state of Texas, you do have to take a course. I think it's 6 to 8 weeks long. And then you take an examination, which you do have to pass in order to be considered qualified to run for those offices. What is super sad is these judge seats run uncontested. When I went to vote for this last election cycle in November, there were 13 judge seats uncontested on the ballot. So I think a lot of us just don't know what's available. We don't know how to get started. Runforoffice.org is a very helpful website just to get you started. Engage at the local level. Who is your sheriff? Who are your city council members? When are public meetings held? Who's on your school board? Where are they meeting? These are important ways for people who understand the ideals of liberty and that a free society must first and foremost protect and uphold and secure the rights of the individual, these natural rights. Those are the people, those are the ones who need to engage and get involved. Thank you.